we're in the process of becoming the eighth wonders of the world. We're the new, I'm going to say the natural world order, because it's actually not new. It's very ancient. We don't know that our history goes back millions of years, and that, this actually, there was an enlightened civilization that was fifth dimensional that lived here on the continent of Mu or Lemuria. And to understand that big picture, we'll get back to that in a minute, but what's happening now is, at one point, the whole earth was surrounded with a rainbow body, and everyone was in, we were the rainbow children, right? Which we lived in the oneness. We had an open dialogue constantly between ourselves and spirit. Sacred energy of life it was an honor to be running that energy and moving with that energy and creating all good, all true, all beautiful, right? Our decisions were made from that place, etc. So this is a reawakening or a reconnecting, because at the time of the sinking of, which showed up as the fall in the story of, the biblical story, but it was really the misuse of some energies, that we all have the capacity at any time to go into. We are master divine creators, and we are of God, source. So at any moment you could slip into, okay, I have all the power and it's mine. Yeah. What happened was the open dialogue between ourselves and the cosmos, Mother God energy, Mother divine, life force, creative force that we were working and flowing with, that got severed. It's like, it was called the veil of the gate of Eden. It like closed, which closed us to our higher dimensional. We have an energy body that's immense, and our energy system, which was largely not understood, is bringing through the ascended energies, and it actually shut the higher registers, so that we no longer had the ability to travel wherever we wanted at any time, turn into anything, be ageless, be in a living dialogue with spirit, guided, and always making the right decisions from that standpoint for the good of all. We lost that ability. So we've been sort of bumbling around. We've been in a darkness, exactly, with no real memory. We do. We have the memory encoded in every cell of our body.
No conscious.
Well said. No conscious memory at all. And so now what's happening is, many people who came to this planet, literally, they've been called light workers or spirit path workers, and probably largely people who are asking these questions, or have actually come at this time to be part of kind of the lifting of the energy of light through ourselves. The first stages probably happened in the late 80s, and after the harmonic convergence, there was an influx of energy. Probably everybody on the planet, according to Shiratashi Ren, went into third stage activation of the light body. Okay. So third stage was the opening of the veil of the heart started to open, and people became empathic. They could feel empathy, the way that we've covered over everything and suffered and felt guilty and like we're unworthy and all of that lie, because we've actually never been that. It's an illusion that we're that, but we've been trapped in it.
Yeah.
A lot of people didn't know what to do with that empathy, because it opens your heart and then you're open to life and to others. And that can be really frightening, because everybody carries betrayal stories and the original wounding story of being separated. So we're getting faster pictures of reality in stages 5 and 6 are being thrown at us. We start realizing other people's patterns are living in our body and they're not our own, and we've been living them out.
Yeah,
We start,
generational
we
trauma.
start realizing all of that. It becomes extremely uncomfortable, right?
Yeah.
And if light workers can assist people through stages 5 and 6, which are really crashing worldviews,
Yeah.
and ego operating structures, will probably survive those and go on to stay and work with the entire process. So in 7, there's a lot of reevaluation, but you're in stage 6, you're also changing jobs and relationships are dropping off like flies, and because your frequency has really changed.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're letting go. And whether you want to or not, the clearing process is happening. And the biggest thing to do is just continue the mantra of trust, go with the flow, let go, and surrender into the deep heart of the universe that's guiding you, right? And so at stage 7, the pineal and the pituitary gland begin to grow from like what's a pea size to about a walnut size. And you start to come online, people start having headaches and things like that there. There's a lot of clairvoyancy that starts coming online as gifts. You know, I had cancerous tumors dematerialize. I began doing that work with clients and their cancers were disappearing. You know, that sort of energy is online now.
Yeah.
And but there's also a lot of spiritual significance that starts getting run at this stage where you're like, well, I'm awake, but nobody else is, right? And we subtly slip back into an us and them instead of a oneness consciousness. And the best we can do is really just say, everybody will get there sometime. Not everybody's going this lifetime fully, but that's okay. Everybody's arriving there at some point, and I wish them well. We're reflecting more light with every breath. Our eyes start getting clearer and brighter. You start to be able to see that in people. And it's magnetic, you know, this great magnetic power. It's not manifesting, it's magnetizing. Starts happening because of the clearness, right? That is starting to become your open heart. And so we just follow spirit without hesitation. If people come up to you and say, why are your eyes so bright? You just say, because I follow spirit without hesitation. That is 7th stage. You're really doing that then. You're not flipping around so much.
You're in it.
Yeah, you are. Your 8th stage,
yeah.
your avatar abilities start coming online, right? So your upper chakras are pretty vestigial. They're not very open. They start opening and functioning. And it's one of the most transformative levels. And you hook up really with your oversoul. So what you say and do is becoming completely guided by spirit at this point. Stage 9, you're beginning to embody divinity. You really are embodying divinity. You've shifted into your vastness. You are aware of the crystalline grid structures, so you travel cosmically, right? You're beginning to, you know, it's like the last holdout.
Yeah.
Where you dissolve everything into your divine self and you don't control anything really on a personal level. But the ecstasy beyond this point is purported to be by an Adi Lamborn, Green Tara, Guru. She's fully 12th open. And she's an amazing person to be listening to. And her book, 33 Codes, the Blueprint for the New Earth, buy, because it's a transmission and it activates the grid for and with whoever has it. So it's a huge service to the entire process of kind of
33 codes.
33 Codes by Adi Lamborn. So at 10, you're in avatar abilities, what you want, manifest, you teleport, you start to look ageless. This is all coming online because there's no
ageless.
death.
That's good.
No death in 5D, no more Botox, nothing. And you decide to stay and help the planet. And you help the planet descend into light. And you have fun doing it, creating anything, right? You please, and having a gas. And you shift all your parallel realities back into one, right? And you're in your divine mastery. And in 12th, the personality is overtaken, the Christ oversoul or the monad descends like a garment of light, and you're full on. We're grounding the light. We're literally, for the first time, being bridges between heaven and earth. And it's a biological transformation of ecstasy. It's a biology of transcendence
Yeah.
that we're undergoing. And so I can't stress enough, how important it is that we're going to need more rest. We're going to need more time in nature. We're going to need more breath work, more meditation and more
Movement.
centering into the heart again, right? And enjoying the radiant shine of our love that is coming out of us and out of our pores. I think that's critical.